Yeah, it's what's generally referred to as a custom crush facility, or another way of thinking about it is a cooperative winery. So we are currently one of 12 wineries in this facility. Literally was built this year, got finished just in time for the harvest. So we made our first wines here, along with other wineries. We're excited. It's been designed for people just like us. We're about 3,000 cases of production, so we're not big. But as every bell and whistle we'd like, it has lots of different tanks. As I tell people, when my wife first saw a winery like this, all steel and stainless steel, she fell in love. So, because it's perfect for winemaking. And this one's also been designed to have a hospitality element to it. So the room we're in is a tasting room. We have 4 different barrel rooms here, and they can be kept at different temperatures. So, and there's plenty of storage for barrels. So, because we keep our wines in barrel for 10 months up to sometimes 24 months, depending on the wine. It's a good question, and it's when we started this process back in about 2003, we had to come up with a name. So we were casting about for what would be the best name, and the family's involved in music in various ways, and we tried to think of a musical name, and those were all taken, except for some unusual names. But we were just casting about, and it turns out my father-in-law's favorite, and he was one of the co-founders of the winery, his favorite bird is called the black-shouldered kite. It's native to Sonoma, Napa, and Mendocino counties, and it's a beautiful bird. So we were doing this brainstorming with a friend, and we said black-shouldered kite, and he said black kite, just shortened it. So that's the name of the winery. The little note for bird watchers or bird experts is that bird has now been renamed the white-tailed kite.
Perfect.
Yeah. But it's been a great, we have the image of the bird or a depiction of the bird on our labels. So it's been, but that's with it, and it is local. You see it. It's a small hawk, and you see it. It's distinctive. It hovers over fields, so it's like a hummingbird. So it's a beautiful bird. Essentially, my father-in-law, Don Green, had purchased the vineyard, the land where the vineyard, or state vineyard sits, back in about 95, from his grandson's other grandfather, who had owned it for many years. And then in 99, a decision was made at that time, land had a 4-acre Gewürztraminer vineyard. Gewürztraminer was a popular grape to grow up in Anderson Valley. Decision was made to replace that and add 2 more blocks. So at that point, 1999, it was replanted to 12 acres of Pinot Noir. And then in 2003 was the first crop. At that point, all the grapes weren't sold. The plan was just to sell the grapes from the vineyard and just be farmers. But not all the grapes were sold that year. And my father-in-law grew up in England during World War II. So the idea of planting a vineyard and not harvesting the crop was not acceptable. So we had a local winery make the wine, and then started talking to my wife, Rebecca, about creating a winery. And then Rebecca had some business experience and thought, well, create more of a boutique type winery, make things that are vineyard specific, starting with that vineyard. So that was the genesis of Black Kite. The first crop was 2003. It was 2003, 2004 when we got started. So then the idea was, let's do this. We then had to find a winemaker.
That makes things easier, yeah.
Yeah, since we love Pinot in particular, but we don't know how to make it. So that was a pleasurable activity. We had to taste lots of different Pinots, and eventually found our winemaker, who's been our winemaker since the 2005 vintage, which is Jeff Gaffner. He's been making wine for at least 30 years, and it's been a great partnership with him.